All right, shalom, shalom, yasha Allah. Back with another GMS on the go. This is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. I'm Brother Nakum, the channel GMS Stay Woke.
Shamar Ward, GMS Prepare for Glory.
Kind. Before we go any further, we like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh,
Yahweh, by
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Hashem,
by Hashem,
Kodash.
Kakwadash.
Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, from teaching us this truth according to the Bible, who rule well, and a double shalom to all the Sasakiim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of your ability. Me and the brother Shema was able to get up today through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Shah. Yahweh, that's who the word England calls God, which his name is He is or He exists. And Yahweh Shah being the only begotten Son, that's who the word he calls Jesus, which his name is He says He delivers. We're just gonna get into a Lord willing edifying lesson today on nuclear missiles are biblical. Nuclear missiles are recorded in the scriptures. But the only way you're going to be able to see that, unless Yahweh by Shema Shah got a Bible, has to give you that spiritual eye to see. Because everybody who picked up their Bible can't see that missiles are recorded in the Bible. So me and the brothers are gonna grab a couple precepts just proving that nuclear missiles are biblical.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
That's right. It said behold, which behold means to look. Yahweh Shema Shah said they created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And what is the smith? The Smiths are the modern day scientists. Yahweh Shema Shah got Bibles working through these modern day scientists.
And it says, and they bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
That's right. And these scientists, they're bringing forth an instrument. This instrument going into like a certain type of weapon that they're bringing forth. And this weapon that these scientists are bringing forth through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah is the waster to destroy. Which the waster to destroy is going into what? As this lesson we're going into the nuclear missiles. You see, these nuclear missiles is the waster to destroy. That weapon that these scientists are bringing forth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. That's why you see all the other nations preparing and gathering missiles. Because those are wasted to destroy. It's going to come and destroy this place called America.
I say you wanted Jeremiah 50.
Jeremiah 50. You can start at verse 14.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
That's right. It said, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. Babylon being what? Modern day America. And that word array means formation. And who's the Lord talking to? He's talking to these other nations. So these other nations, they're putting themselves in array, formation, to get ready to come up against this place called America.
And it says, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows.
That's right. It said, all ye that bend the bow. Was the bow represent the silos that the nuclear missiles are going to come out of. So these other nations, they got the bow, the silos bent, pointed at this place called America. And they're getting ready to shoot at this place called America. 200 million ICBM missiles are going to hit the shores of this place called America. And the other nations, they're not going to spare any arrows because what? They're going to use every single last missile that they have, to annihilate this place, to wipe this place America to a smithereens.
And it says, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That's right. She being America. America is likened unto a woman. America has sinned against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that got a Bible. How? Because this devil eat a so-called white man. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked, and he's ruling this place of wickedness. That's why you see sodomy everywhere. That's why you see all these abominable foods being promoted. That's why you see people out here that found a temple, meaning their body, smoking cigarette, weed, black and mouths. That's why I see on idol worship everywhere. And so forth and so on. You know, this place called America has sinned against Yahweh Shem Shah because the wicked, the devil, eaters of white man's in power. So the Lord is putting a spirit on these other nations to pay this place called America back for all his wickedness. You can read down, jump down to DC I think it's verse 26.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 50 and 26. Well, we started 25.
Yeah, that's right.
It says, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai have opened his armory.
That's right. That's right. You look at that word armory. It goes into basically like where your weapons is kept. Where your weapons is stored at. And anytime somebody open up their armory, that means what? They're getting ready to use that weapon. They're getting ready to make a move. See how about Shema Shah, the guy in the Bible, have opened up their armory. Read on.
It says, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Indignation means righteous anger. So the weapons of Yahweh Shem Shah's righteous anger that they're bringing forth by the way these other nations is going into what? Their nuclear missiles. Again, that's why you see all these other nations such as Russia, China, Syria, North Korea, Turkey, Iran, so forth and so on, gather and prepare missiles. Why? To be shot off to this side of the world, to America. You see?
And it says, for this is the work of Yahweh power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
That's right. It said, for this is the work of Yahweh Shema Shah, host for the land of the Chaldeans. What's the work of Yahweh Shema Shah? These missiles. These missiles that Yahweh Shema Shah had put on the modern day science to create. This is Yahweh Shema Shah's work. Work for what? For the land of the Chaldeans. What's the modern day land of the Chaldeans being what? America. You see? So these nuclear missiles is Yahweh Shema Shah work for America, because these nuclear missiles is what's going to destroy America. All 200 million of them. And yes, it's 200 million ICB missiles is going to hit the shores of this place called America. We're going to prove that. Get Revelation chapter 9, verse 16.
This is Revelation chapter 9, verse 16. It says, and the number of the armies of the horsemen were 200,000.
That's right. He said, in the number, first and foremost, this is John the Revelator seeing a vision through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, and in this vision, he's seeing horsemen. Horse represents power. So John the Revelator saw 200,000 powers. And what's the 200,000 powers that John the Revelator saw? That's going into the 200 million ICB missiles. And why is brother saying 200 million ICB missiles? Because what's 200,000 times 1,000? 200 million. So that's what John the Revelator saw in his vision. He saw 200 million ICBM missiles coming to hit the shores of this place called America.
This is Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
That's right. He said, and I heard the number of them. So 200 million ICBM missiles is what John the Revelator saw, and 200 ICBM missiles is what's going to destroy this place called America. Go back to that Jeremiah, read down on that next verse 26, and if you got a precept, bring it on out.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 26. It says, come against her from the utmost borders.
That's right. It said come against her. Her being what? America. Again, America's likened unto a woman. So what's going to come to America from the utmost border? From the other side of the world. Those nuclear missiles. You see, those 200 million ICBM missiles are going to come from one side of the world, from where these other nations are at. to this side of the world, to America.
It says, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, and cast her up as heaps.
That's right. It said, open her storehouses, cast her, America, up as heaps. You look into that word heaps. In my Bible dictionary, heaps go into ruins. You know, anytime something is ruined, that means what? It's destroyed. So those nuclear missiles, when they come to America, it's going to cast this place called America up as heaps. It's going to ruin this place, you know? It's going to destroy this place.
And it says, and destroy her utterly, let nothing of her be left.
That's right. I said, destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left, you know? Because it tells you in what, just for paraphrasing, I think it's 1 Peter, 2 Peter, everything in this place is going to be dissolved and melt with fervent heat. You know, the trees, buildings, people, cars, animals, you name it. Everything's going to be dissolved and destroyed once those 200 million icy missiles get finished with this place. You know, the only thing that's going to be dwelling in this place is desert creatures. Things that can withstand the heat, the radiation, like Komodo dragons, you know, and so forth and so on. That's it on that. You got a precept?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
That's right. It said the day coming. It means it's fast approaching. That's going to burn as an oven. You know, and the oven, you know, gets hot as hell. But this ain't talking about one of your modern day ovens. It's talking about one of your ancient ovens. So this day that's fast approaching is going to burn as an oven. And what's going to make this day that's fast approaching burn as an oven? Going into those nuclear missiles. That's why this time is going to burn as an oven in the near future.
And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
That's right. And all the proud, which the main proud person is this devil eater so-called white man. But you even got two of our own people who have become proud, you know, who was of their father the devil, you know. So all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. You know?
It says, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts.
That's right. And it's time that's fast approaching. It's going to burn them up. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latin Americans, and you heathen nations. You're going to be getting burnt up by that fire that's going to come from them 200 million ICBM missiles.
That it shall leave neither root nor branch.
That's right. That it shall leave neither root nor branch. You know? You take up the root from that you take up the root, you know, from that tree. You ain't got nothing left, you know, because the root is the foundation of that tree. So basically, when these nuclear missiles come to hit this place called America, that means what? Everything is going to be destroyed. It ain't going to be nothing left. Ain't going to be nothing remaining. You know? Cool. So again, you know, nuclear missiles are biblical, but you got to have a spiritual eye to see that nuclear missiles are in the scriptures, which you have to be given that understanding through your Yahweh Shemashah, the God of the Bible. You know? So that's our lesson, Lord willing, you know, the elect of the nation of Israel was edified. Before we go any further, we'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the millstone, and a double shalom to all the Sister Akim. Shalom.